the show is called Black Time.
Black Time. Okay, love it.
Yeah, it's about a group of friends, black of course, traveling through time. They find a time machine and go on all sorts of adventures, including robots, dinosaurs, aliens,
slaves. Right?
Did I say slaves?
Oh no, you didn't. But you said you were going through time. You know, black people and slaves go hand in hand. You know.
I'm tired of being musically profiled in Ubers. Doesn't even ask me, he just changes the radio. First song, All Eyes on Me by Tupac. That's not even one of the songs I listen to from that album.
I wouldn't say, us and slaves go hand in hand. I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think black people.
Well, you look like you played Mean Django, by the way.
No, Jamie Foxx, he played a Mean Django.
You're right.
Guys, we got an interesting video here. We got Ryan Clark. This guy is a former college football player as well as NFL player. He played for LSU, literally my stomping ground, and also played for, I believe it was the Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Giants. So former NFL player turned podcaster, because everybody and their mom is doing podcasts these days, and he's complaining about being musically profiled. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another black person, this time a male, finding something else to complain about. Basically playing hip hop music in Ubers and taxis. Now, I'll go ahead and leave my thoughts after this. I'll see what he says first, and then I'll give you my thoughts. Let's get into this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
I'm tired of being musically profiled in Ubers. It's a Sunday, go to walk my son's dog, get in the Uber, just some regular, I think it was like pop or something was on. Man, says hello, doesn't even ask me, he just changes the radio. First song, All Eyes on Me by Tupac. That's not even one of the songs I listen to from that album. Then he plays Many Men, right, 50 Cent. Right now, I'm starting to realize there's a theme. Then he hit me with the Stay Scheming. Bro, you got to go pull Stay Scheming way off the pack for Ross and Drake. And I had enough when it got to Not Like Us. Like, you totally profiled me and said, this is the music this guy's like. And now I'm watching his lips as he lip sync, because it's not even the edited version. And listen, bro, Continuum, all-time album. Why can't I listen to John Mayer? Songs About Jane, classic. Maroon 5. Hell, Between the Pines, Sam Hunt. I know a little, now there ain't enough smoke in my eyes to hide the kind of games you trying to play. Like, what about that? Chris Young, You. That's like one of my favorite songs. The bluest skies don't seem so blue. Like, that is a classic. Beautiful Crazy. I mean, a day starts with a coffee and ends with I know country. So you mean to tell me you could have went, what was that, Nora Jones, Come Away With Me, hell, the Hamilton soundtrack, Wicked, listen to all that. You go straight there, and it was a Sunday, bro. Couldn't put no Kurt Franklin on. Like that. I don't like a Kurt Franklin guy, Yolanda Adams, John Peakey. Like, none of those people ring a bell to you, and maybe I want to listen to them. So yeah, so Uber people, Uber drivers, just turn around. Hey man, do you like this music? What music would you want to listen to? But please, or if you're gonna go Tupac, like, give me Me Against the World for something subtle and sane and chill. Don't go All Eyes on Me. Or if you're gonna do that, give me Ambitious as a Rider. Like, let me really get hype on a Sunday. But that was ridiculous, Mr. Uber.
Guys, the level of just sensitivity in this community, it makes me sick sometimes. Like, why is there always crying about just everything? Oh my gosh, like, they played black music. Look, the reason why this person probably played black music is for a lot of strategic reasons. For number one, the vast majority of black people who get into the vehicle probably do appreciate that type of music. Probably you included. You just don't want to admit it. Maybe it's because it was a Sunday you didn't want to hear that. Maybe you wanted to hear Kirk Franklin. Number two, if this was presuming a non-black Uber driver, a lot of them don't really know who Kirk Franklin is, but they do know Tupac and Jay-Z and stuff like that. So they don't know every single black artist. They don't know the gospel artists, for those of you who don't know Kirk Franklin. was a gospel hip hop artist, and he was criticized for combining hip hop with gospel, even though it was clean gospel. So it actually worked out pretty well. But that's kind of the story there. But another thing is, you say, well, he should have asked. Well, why didn't you? A lot of time people who get into Ubers, they might not say anything. They might just, you ever had a service and you didn't like something, but you didn't say anything until after? I feel like that's what the vast majority of people do. You got the people who just go crazy and start crashing out immediately, snapping their finger in their neck and all of this stuff. But a lot of people just kind of don't like something, like they'll leave a review afterward. Oh, it smelled like cigarettes. Oh, the music sucked. Oh, this person talked too much. Oh, the person didn't talk at all. They say that usually after the fact. I had an Airbnb for about 2 years. And during the whole time I had this Airbnb, nobody would ever complain. I would always say, please tell me if there's any problems. And I would send updates like, hey, how's everything going? Oh, it's going great. After I be done, the only time I'd ever get complaints would be afterward. Nobody would ever say anything during, except for like if the heat broke or something like really bad. But, if they saw a bug or something, they would say something after. They'd be like, I saw a bug. This place is not clean. They'll say something like really crazy. And the whole time they're like, they would tell me to my face. I met most of the guests. They'll say, oh, this place is so awesome. Thank you so much. But then they'll leave a review like, man, I found some dirt in the corner or something. There was dust on the TV. So yes, they're just doing something because they're trying to make the experience as best as they think it can accommodate you, because probably the vast majority of people that they see, that is what they like to listen to. And again, you mentioned Sunday yourself. So this might indicate that if it wasn't a Sunday, then maybe you would have appreciated this more. And again, if you had an issue, why didn't you just say something to him? Like, hey, can you play such and such and so? Like, hey, it takes two to tango. If something's going on that you don't like, then it's up to you to say something as well. And I don't just mean on your podcast over here complaining, oh my gosh, I hate being musically profiled. Me and you both know that there's degenerate music, which I listen to myself. I never lie on this channel. Of course I listen to this type of music. It's not the only thing I listen to, but I definitely listen to it. But we know it's degenerative music. Unfortunately, that music, guys, is extremely popular. It's the most popular type of music in the black community. I don't know about in the world, but in the black community is definitely like that rap and hip hop stuff, like that hard stuff, like and then Cardi B and all this ridiculous Nicki Minaj. Neither one of them have clean music. You got people like Drake and Chris Brown and all these artists. None of it's clean. It's all dirty. It's all about smashing somebody's girl. It's all about money. It's all about just stupid stuff that gets reasonable, regular people in trouble. But that's what people rap about. And unfortunately, that's what people like. And the vast majority of the black community does tend to like that. So you're basically telling this guy to forget his bag because Ryan Clark doesn't want to be musically profiled. If it's that much of an issue, maybe you should look inward to the community. Like, hey, why are people looking at us and profiling us? This is the thing that I hate about when people talk about profiling. I do think that it's unfair to profile every single person to a degree, but to another degree, you're at a detriment. If you're a police officer and a lot of black people tend to get emotional and violent, it's to the detriment of your own safety to not assume that the next black person you run into is not going to be emotional and violent. If you know that the vast majority of people who get into this Uber that's black love hip hop music where they talking about stealing and killing and robbing, and it's just a bunch of cussing and nonsense in the music, and people start to turn, you start to see the shoulders moving, and it start to hear people snapping and turning up and just getting crunk with it. Majority of the time, it's to the detriment of your business to not turn that music on. So I can understand exactly what the Uber driver was doing. And if I was an Uber driver, I would do the same thing. I guarantee you I'd be more successful than the people who didn't do that. But it's just my opinion, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out. Big shout out to my members, Cyber Noodle, 655, Bella Scott, and Carpentier John. Could not do it without you.
We're going through time with, like I said, dinosaurs, aliens, robots.
As a rap group.
Nah, nigga, none of us is rapping. We're not rapping. And we might get split up in different time periods, and we gotta fight together as groups.
But if you get split up, how are you guys gonna remain a sports team?
Man, who the fuck said something about a sports team?
This sounds just like Remember the Titans and Coach Carter.
How does sound? How the fuck this shit sound like Remember the Titans?
Are you serious?
How does it sound like Remember the Titans? Tell me which part sound like Remember the Titans.
Isn't it obvious? You're a black group of athletes facing adversity in a different time period, correct?
It's